Welcome to another episode of Rusted Rides. Today we are going to try and resurrect a 57 Chevy that's been sitting out in the elements for a long time and hasn't ran in over 12 years. Think we can get it going? I'd love nothing more than to see this car run and move out of its spot in the grass under its own power. Let's get into it. I don't know what's worse, the car or the jacket. Look, what is this?
It's the better one I have. I can go put on my other one.
I don't know. Is it gonna be better or worse than that one?
It's quite a bit worse, but I'm worried about it catching on fire.
Oh, okay. Well,
this one here, it's my worker.
Okay. Hopefully we don't start any fires. All right, so Cam couldn't come down with us, obviously, but Owen and I are gonna dig into this right here. Now this, Owen, you've had for how long?
Oh God, I've had it for maybe about 20 now.
Okay, and so we were talking, we were like, man, you know what? That old 57, right?
Yep, 57.
It's 57, it's a two-door belair. So we're like, we should do something with that 57. He's like, oh, I haven't started that up in a little while. We did the math. It's probably been over 12 years since this has run. And it's been sitting here, I don't even know how long.
Turning into a garden.
Yeah, so you cut around it, which is nice. But,
sometimes,
but
it's not like this was always done, but yeah, I try to keep it down a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely almost returning back to the earth. But we're gonna do what we can. We're gonna try and make this thing run. But why don't we take a look around it a little bit? Let's take a look inside, see what's going on. Okay, let's see. Hope there's no bees in the door jamb. No bees. That's a bonus. It doesn't smell like mice. That's nice.
No, it's always nice if it doesn't, especially the bee smell.
Look at the dash.
That's the hard one to get out.
Man, they just don't make cars cool like they used to. Hopefully, I'll try and show it from the other side. But okay, so your headliner.
Yeah, it's had better days.
It definitely. But you got, the seats are probably. Let's see. The seats aren't too bad underneath all this stuff. You might be all right. We got a whole pile of stuff down here, though.
The headliner's usually the first thing that goes because the mice just have to get up in there, and it's insulated. It's a good home. They're protected.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a couple distributors over here. You got a lot of extra pieces for stuff. Is it all for this car?
Yes. It's either extras or pieces for it or stuff I gathered that I thought I might be able to use. Chunks of this, chunks of that.
All right, I'll come to that side for a second.
The only reason this one got neglected is because everybody else got in front of it, kept jumping in front.
Yeah. There's the gauge pod there. Very cool. I just love the old stuff. All right.
The original old color there is right. What I'd love to go back to someday.
Which
one?
Just
looks like a nice.
The red or the blue?
The orange.
Red, the orangey red?
Yeah, fiery orange or whatever it is.
Right on, okay. Okay, yeah, we got some disintegrated plastic down here, some more parts in the back. The seats don't look too awful.
They're not, they could be worse, but it's only because they were protected with that,
Yeah.
If you can keep the sun off them,
yeah,
they can be kept.
What do you think the chances of us getting in the trunk are?
I would say good, actually, if we could find the key.
Do you remember what's in here?
Oh, yeah, no key.
Okay, no key.
Which makes it even more realistic. We're gonna get in. We're happy.
You've got an impressive amount of moss on this car.
I know, and the weirdest thing is, You can hit that with rain and then come out with a power washer and just, once it's wet for like 15 minutes, wash it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it comes back fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's nothing in here except for a few bees' nests.
Yeah.
The emblem.
Yep, the old, remember I told you gold everywhere?
Yeah, Chevrolet. There's the tumbler. The trunk is a little, oh yeah, we got more up there. Good thing these guys are not all out to play right now.
You always give it a try and see what she says.
Yeah, let's.
You'll either say no way at all, I'm not starting, or else you will try.
All right. Let's get in here. All right.
It's a thing of beauty.
It is. It is. It looks just fine. I hope the camera is picking it up because like the sun and the shade in the same realm there, it's making it hard to see. Okay, cool. Let me get the other camera set up. All right. Okay.
Not seized?
No.
Always a big plus. What about the motor? Did we check it?
We haven't.
Because that's another big plus.
Okay.
It's always nice if they turn over. If they don't, stop filming. Blade is so tight. Or I mean, the blade is so sharp, it's like not a fun one to grab. And
Yeah, I can see that.
it's like trying to turn a knife.
We didn't bring anything to get on the front end, eh?
No,
You still got a
but
breaker bar in the truck?
yeah, but I'm just trying to
I don't think we have any room.
No, and not only that, but I think the best thing to do is just try to do what we're going to do, and that's just give her a little crank back and forth. Now, so really what I need you for is to push down on this and give a good load on that there.
Okay.
Okay, just let her up for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you push down. Good. Good load.
Okay.
Good.
It's budging.
Good.
All right, it's budging. Good. Should we throw anything down the cylinders?
I say blow this out just to make sure that anything that's in there, let's just blow out whatever old gas maybe is in the carburetor and start from at least fresh gas in the carburetor.
Okay. So we've brought with us a battery compressor that's already been filled. It's just a little guy, but some gas and some tools and some jumper cables. Right now we're gonna try and take what we got in here for air, and we're gonna try and make this work. Okay. Here is
Compressor.
the compressor. Just gonna hook
Hey,
up.
did that compressor come charged, or does that come just?
No,
nothing?
I charged her up.
Oh, mighty kind.
Like a glove.
Yeah, perfect.
Ooh, spicy.
Ground. What the
Is
hell?
ground not grounding?
No, the red is not. The red is a ground, and it's going to a ground. So
Oh,
I can't. I don't really want to put that on there.
yeah, the red is definitely. Who did that? Okay.
See what this one does. Let's put the ground on the ground, Tim. Try that.
Okay. Nothing smoking.
Just gonna grab a little wrench and just snug them up so we got a
Smell
chance.
anything. Okay. Okay. That's a good sign. We got one dash light on. Okay. All right.
Just watch back a little bit with the camera just in case we do have gas in there. Looks like we were left with none gas, which is totally cool because the gas these days, if it was just sitting in there after 10, 15 years, it would have been just tar, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it just seems like it turns into water in like 3 months to 6 months, and it would have just rotted the inside of the carb. So I'm very happy that there's nothing in there, really.
Yeah, that's actually a good sign. So,
let's try and hook some gasoline up.
I was just gonna say, do we want to put just a little bit in there to see if it'll crank, or do you want to just go right for it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's send
I
it.
think
Let's just.
our problem is we've got to figure out a way of putting it in there nicely without pouring it everywhere.
Yeah.
So a mini funnel. Maybe I'll leave that up to you
Okay.
to make up some kind of a small funnel.
We found ourselves a water bottle. I also found quite a few burrs that are now in my sock in my shoe. You'd rather pouring slowest ever, or this is the biggest flow?
I'm just trying not to put too much down the carb.
No, it's okay.
It's spilling and I'm thinking.
I know, it's fine. I'm just messing around. Oh, there you go.
One thing I do know, there is some gas in there.
Yep. Safe to say there's gas. So speaking of gas, though, like, should we hook up the boat tank with a line? Or should we just see if she'll fire?
Yeah, we could see if we got any fire, I guess. Just for fun.
We haven't checked spark. We haven't checked anything. But
No,
we could just,
but I'll tell you right now, if it starts up, then I'll ignore spark.
yeah.
Might not turn over very much. She might have been tight, but she was turning over a little bit, and that's a great sign.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Give her a try.
I think we may as well.
Just see if it turns even. No turnage.
No turnage. Oh. Okay. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Oh.
You might start getting into the old gas soon. She's trying to run on the old gas.
Gotta love it, eh? It's trying to run on gas from the tank?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have disconnected that maybe.
No, it is. Well, no, because if it runs, then that means that gas is good enough to run it. But I've started vehicles up easily over 10 years, and it wasn't that long ago. And it was a 454 big block, and a mechanic buddy of mine said, if it was sealed up good in the tank, it could easily start no problem.
Well, that's definitely some pre-ethanol gas you must have in that tank.
Yes. That was probably sealed up in that truck because that truck only had 100 clicks on it, and it was still survivable. Whereas this one here, it's sitting out in the middle of Nowheresville. Call me crazy.
No, I don't think we... No, it's hard to tell, but
Probably down.
it's down, but I think I can still see a little bit of liquid there. She's definitely low. Well, I mean, that was quick.
The next
That was
step,
easy.
the next step would be maybe throw air in the tires and try to drag it ahead
Well,
out of this.
That's what I'm thinking too. If we can make this thing actually move under its own power.
Well, I never jumped to that, because as soon as you say chain on truck, that's not necessarily under its own power. Because
What do you think the chances are though? Is it got fluid in the tranny?
didn't check. I didn't really get that far. That was more like, is the motor seized?
We didn't do any of the important stuff. We didn't check to see if there's any like milkshake in the oil. We just kind
I'll
of.
tell you if there's any tranny fluid at all in the tranny fluid guy. This says there looks like there could possibly be a little bit way under where it should be, but that red there is still signaling a little bit of splashing going on at the bottom, maybe.
And it looks clean.
So what I could do is just add a bit to get it to where it's a little more respectable level, and then I don't have to worry about why it's slipping so bad. And then blow up the tires. I could give you the tire blowing job, and I could do the transmission thing. Well, you got,
Oh, sure, I could do that. That's
you're
not a
digging in.
problem.
You got the compressor and everything, and you know how to run that. I have no idea how to work those
Sure,
compressors.
yeah, okay, yeah. I'll do that because I know you don't know how to use those. Right.
Look at the dials on that thing, man. And the old tires are starting to take a bit of a beating.
You think, eh?
But as long as we get her up a bit,
Okay. All right. Let me get the other
I'm just
camera and
thinking
the compressor over there.
the most you got to do is just walk back and blow up the compressor and put some more in it.
Good thing this compressor was light because I had a bit of a hike to go and find a plug to fill this thing up before each tire.
All right, so I aired up all 4 tires, and every single time I had to walk forever to find a plug to fill up the little air compressor. And we got like 1 tire that's holding air, the other 3 are leaking pretty quickly. So I guess we'll still just try it and see what we get. Is that what you're thinking?
I think we're just going to do a tranny test and see if the tranny can even pull,
If we can rock it back and forward and see how that goes, but
or even if it starts and runs. It might have been running on just the gas. I put
it
in
might
the
have just been what
carburetor.
was in the float bowl that we put in there, yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll see. If it doesn't run, then we'll probably hook up the boat tank.
If she runs now, she's running on 10-year gas, 12-year gas, right?
Yeah.
Hey Tim,
Yeah.
see if the fan is spinning or the fan belt's burning up.
It smells like burning belt.
Yeah, something's tight. Got to be an alternator tight, not turning or something. Not the alternator. Oh, water pump.
Oh.
No, it's turning. Can't be the motor because it's turning. What the hell is burning belt? This is turning. It's so loose. It's turning. Oh, maybe it's just shiny. This is polished, shiny, and it's not spinning it. I don't know. See.
Okay.
I mean, usually that kind of sound is belt locked, but everybody's spinning.
Everything's moving. Everything's moving. Belt was spinning. Alternator was spinning. Fan was spinning.
Try and put a little bit more gas, maybe down that curb.
You're a good 8 inches in the ground.
So the tranny wants to try to pull her out now. Now it's more like flat tires.
Yeah, flat tires, and like you're a good 8 inches in the ground back here for sure. And I think both sides here, and this front one is sunk pretty good too. It's just I can't. By the time I go back to fill up the tank again, yeah, this tire's all flat and wrinkled.
Yeah, they got to be all new tires.
All right, so we're gonna try and tow this thing just out of the ruts and see if we can get it to actually like move under its own power. It's not gonna drive around because we can't get the tires to hold air, but we are gonna see if we can run off of the boat tank. So I'm going to disconnect the gas line and Owen's gone to get a little fitting that we can, you know, a double male basically fitting to hook these things up together. But I'm running out of battery, and I'm also running out of camera space. I guess I didn't plan this one out too well, so I can fix this and then we'll touch base.
We'll give her a whirl.
All right, we got the gas tank hooked up. Don't drive fast, if you get her out, because she's just sitting there.
Oh, I'm gonna keep her dull roar.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Gas?
She just starts spraying everywhere.
Oh.
Like she gave the whole engine bay a shower. Oh, geez.
That's a lot of gas.
Yeah. Where was it coming from?
She blew
One
off
of our
down there.
connections, maybe?
Where's that tranny? Is that gas or is that tranny? It's tranny.
It's tranny?
Yeah, blew a tranny line somewhere. Not gas.
Really?
No, look at it. Red oil.
Oh. I could have swore it was gas the way it was coming out in such a fine mist.
Oh, God.
Well, no.
That tranny line down there looks okay. That tranny line down there looks...
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't smell like gas now that I'm really getting my head underneath here. I just assumed it was fuel because we had just done those lines, but yeah.
Okay, I see it dripping down there, so it's that one there.
Okay, so Leah and I actually have to go to a birthday party for her grandmother, so that was about all we had time for today. But if you would like to see more from this car, see if we can get her running and potentially even put it on the channel and get this thing restored and paint, that would be kind of cool. Leave your comments below what you think we should do with it. Yeah, dang, I really wanted to make this thing move. We did see the tranny was starting to push it when it was stuck in the dirt. But yeah, it's not gonna happen today. So, dang it, I really wanted to make that go. But you know what though? We're all set up. Everything's ready to rock and roll for next time. Right?
Yeah, it gives us, and it gives us a chance to double think about how much coolant is in there too.
Yeah, because we didn't check
We've never
that.
had it running for more than 10 seconds here and there, but still, it's always nice to know that there's coolant in there.
Yep. Okay.
So that's another thing that we have to put on the top of the list whilst we're looking at the next stage.
Well, she did fire up with like we didn't check the oil, we didn't check the coolant, we didn't even check for spark, we didn't bore scope. We just, you know what? We just hooked her up and went for it, and she fired off.
A battery and some gas is what we did.
Battery and some gas, but I mean, 12 years is not too bad for one of these engines, I guess. And I mean, the car has been sitting out here in the elements for a long time, but the hood was on it. So anyway, that's it for the episode this week. And next week, I'm sure Cam and I will be doing something paint related, somewhat. And yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks, Owen.
Not a problem.
All right, cool. See you next time.